right in front of the Laker bench, and they were exhorting him. Oh, LeBron! One hand with authority. It forces a quick. Is it a timeout?
No, delay of game.
Oh,
by the
delay of
Lakers.
game.
Too many players jumping out on the court.
It's been activated.
Lakers radio. So the Lakers come in and beat the Nuggets, and here's one of the biggest takeaways after staying up late to watch the game. But glad I did, because it was really a very good regular season basketball game. But here's the thing. It is crucial that the Nuggets finish second or third and get the Clippers in the second round rather than dropping to like fourth and having to play the Lakers in the second round. It's not a good matchup. And it was evident watching Nikola Jokic play. The size, the length of the Lakers, he just did not look comfortable. Didn't get to the free throw line until late in the fourth quarter. Just looked tentative. So it's not a good matchup for the Joker. Whereas if they get the Clippers in the second round, I think he can feast on the Clippers. And then if they end up playing the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, at that point, who cares? Because at that point, it's gravy at that point.
I think as skilled as he is as an offensive player, and he is incredibly skilled, it's the athleticism and length that I think sometimes, or the Achilles heel, if you will. I mean, he'll still put up his points. He'll still make, he'll still get his rebounds. He'll still do those things, but it certainly isn't take over the game. Like he has trouble taking over the game in those situations with length and athleticism is, and that's just his shortcoming, if you will.
Next on the Morning Brew.
Chenault is in the Wildcat, as Jesse mentioned. He's the lone back, replacing Montez. Gets the snap, takes it, gets hit by Johnson. He leans in. Touchdown, Colorado.
Pac-12 Network right there. Mel Tucker. We'll get to Tucker in a second. But CU scrambling, making Darren Chiaverini their interim head coach. A lot of names have been thrown out there, from Mike Shanahan to Dave Logan. What should be the, if you can't give me a specific name, that's fine, but what should be the profile of the next CU coach?
All right. So here's what I believe, because I will give you kind of my history with the University of Idaho. When the University of Idaho has reached out to me about coaching, and hires and the organization, you have got to find guys who are teachers, who can win with less talent because of execution and because of dominance of the line of scrimmage. So when everybody else is going small, when everybody else is spreading out, when everybody else is doing that, can you condense, can you get big, and can you be the bully? Because I think you could probably build a football team that way in the Pac-12, when everybody in the Pac-12 is all enamored with speed and athleticism, and that's great. I get it. But you're not going to compete in that venue with Oregon, with UCLA, with, USC, with Washington. I just don't, with Utah. I don't think you're going to compete in that arena. So, change it up. Find somebody. It doesn't have to be a big name, but it has to be a guy that's known as a teacher and a guy that can physically, a guy that wants to physically have his football team physically impose their will upon the opponents. I think that's how you go about rebuilding the program. That's me.
Next on the Morning Brew.
This is a special time for me. This is an incredible moment. I just want to thank everyone for being here today. I'll try to be brief. I just want to touch on a couple of things real quick. 3 things, actually. Gratitude, responsibility, and loving Spartan football.
Wow. This whole Mel Tucker thing, I don't blame the guy for doing what he did. I mean, the guy doubled his salary.
Yeah.
He moved to a better conference. He moved to a situation where he's got a better chance to win. I get all that, but my goodness, the tone deafness of the way that he exited and how he just came across on social media and what he was saying to people connected to CU football, and then just without even batting an eye, just being able to switch gears and be, all Sparty all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it was just pretty stunning and fascinating to watch all at the same time the last couple of days.
Yeah, it's
how this guy just, walked the tightrope of emotions.
Yeah, well, I mean, one, when you're talking about integrity and what's interesting about this? The psychology of college football is interesting to me about this, because here you've got Michigan State that's all giddy about stealing somebody else's coach after all the things that he said about integrity, and he's going to come out there and preach integrity and preach, character and preach building a program and the culture of a program. Like, did you not see? It's like having an affair. Do you think that guy that just had an affair with you and now you're going to marry him, do you think he's going to be faithful to you? All of a sudden, you're the answer? It just is. It's unbelievable how Sparty can turn a blind eye to that activity and say, this is the guy to lead our young men because he's all about character and integrity and all those things. That's, again, and I blame college football. I blame, because this is what these guys do. And I'm not saying it's right. What he did isn't right, but it's the system that he's playing under. It's a bad look all around, but it's a real bad look for him. It's a real bad look for college football in general.
Well, I hope that there's some college football karma that comes around to bite this guy in the butt. I really do. I think a lot of people agree with me that you're going to find yourself rooting against Michigan State and rooting for whoever's playing them on any given Saturday.
Yes.
Absolutely. That all of a sudden
they go into a downward spiral.
All of a sudden, you will have an interest if you're flipping around on a Saturday and you come across a Michigan State game. You might tune in for a while just to root against Sparty.
Correct.
All right, that'll do it for the Morning Brew. Bring that to you each and every morning at 6:30.